Hearts, darkness, Disney, and confusing, twisted up storylines. SodaPop talks about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is yet another series that I enjoy personally. I love all the different Disney worlds you can go to, like the Hercules worlds, or the Nightmare Before Christmas, and you've got Sleeping Beauty. Then you've got the not-so-good worlds. You'll come across these eventually, like the Little Mermaid world, where it's just nothing but mini-games for you to play some of the crummy songs in the movies. The Little Mermaid world itself is fantastic. It's got some really good songs, but stuff like Swim This Way, for example, I don't need that.
Oh, you don't like Swim This Way?
No, and I swear, if you start singing this episode, Jim, I swear, I'm telling you. Anywho, then you've got pretty interesting characters, like you've got Sora, you have Riku, you have Kairi, you have Mickey, and you have all kinds of other characters. You've got Organization 13. There are so many different interesting characters in Kingdom Hearts series. My favorite characters in particular are Mickey and Terra. Now Mickey, he's sort of like Yoda with mouse ears and a squeaky voice. I really get entertained by how he's able to do all kinds of acrobatics and just smack the crap out of all the Heartless, and I really like him as a character. I wish I could play as him for once. They don't have any games, and from my experience, where you can play as Mickey, and I would really enjoy that. And I really like Terra from Birth by Sleep. He is awesome. I won't do any spoilers, so I can't really describe his character development, but he is awesome. I really like playing as him in Birth by Sleep. I see a lot of people who discount Kingdom Hearts as a kids franchise, when in reality it has a really complex and developed storyline that would be really hard for a lot of kids to understand. So, it's really reminiscent of the Square Enix side of things when they came out with a bunch of Final Fantasy games. So the storylines are kind of in-depth where kids won't be able to understand it. So it's really teenager or adult type franchise. Speaking of Square Enix, they are chock full of a bunch of different Final Fantasy characters.
That's not obvious at all.
You've got Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, who for some reason is called Leon. And you've got Yuffie, you've got Cloud and Aerith. Those are all from Final Fantasy VII. And those are just a few. They have quite a lot of Final Fantasy characters throughout the games. At least one or two in every game. If you really like Final Fantasy games, you might like Kingdom Hearts because you'll get to see all those personalities that you've played produced in the games with voice acting. They have quite a lot of style to the series. They have checkerboard and stained glass, a lot of themes of friendship and heroism. They have so many different keyblades to choose from. They have Lionheart, Metal Chocobo, Oblivion, Oathkeeper, Spellbinder. Those are just to name a few of them. They have so many different ones that you won't be able to choose, and it'll just look amazing. Now they also have music. Oh man, they have such tasty jams by Hikaru Utada. And that simple and clean though.
Something we can agree on.
I just got a groove every time I hear it.
Now I don't agree with you anymore.
I will leave a link in the description for one of her songs for you to listen to. It's just so much good music in Kingdom Hearts, you won't even believe it. Another thing I want to talk about is perspective. Most of the games you have the perspective behind Sora, and there are other games and parts altogether where you're someone else, and it's kind of refreshing to have a different personality, a different viewpoint in the series. Birth by Sleep, for example, I've been streaming that on Saturdays, and you play as 3 different people. You can play as Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, and there are quite a few other examples too, and I'll leave those for you guys to discover.
I want to play as Donald. He's the best.
Seriously?
Dead quacking booty. Can't get enough.
Last thing I want to talk about is that the series has its flaws. I've noticed that the first game, it has kind of wonky controls compared to the other games in the series. You've got Chain of Memories, which is really lonely and weird with the card mechanic. But if you're into Kingdom Hearts, you're in it for the story. So that's something you'll have to deal with eventually. The story is kind of twisted up too, sort of hard to follow at times. The themes and dreamlike sequences, they're hard to understand all at once. Just take it as a motion of the ocean deal. Go with the flow. Otherwise, you will get a headache, probably. By the way, great idea for a drinking game. Every time someone says darkness, 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 take a drink. You gotta take a drink every time someone says darkness. Only if you're 21 though. If you're underage, don't drink, or else your brain will become a walrus. It will. Honest. Not really. Don't drink though. That's all I wanted to talk about at the moment for Kingdom Hearts. If you like this video, give it a like and a subscribe. Leave a comment. I'm sure to respond, definitely. I've also got some other videos you might like. Thank you for enjoying some Soda Pop. Have a wonderful time.
Give me some of that Donald.